So I always love to record these calls for anybody who doesn't get to get on, because it is the time we get together and celebrate everything we've accomplished for the month. And we did a lot this month. I figure it had something to do with planting a lot of seeds in January. But we added a total of 35 customers in just our team on Team Rise, and 18 different distributors added at least one customer. So I thought that was awesome too. And I wanted to, so that's on the customer side. I'm going to come back to that in a second. But on new team members, we had 5 people add team members. Pam Greer added Audrey, and Judy Yurday added Roxanne, her daughter, and she's really excited about working with her. They're going to get started this month. Penny Roscoe added Laura Spencer. Ashley added Sarah. I added Carrie Goodman. And coming back to the customers now, Carrie was our leader this month in terms of new customers. She added 6 customers in February. But Miss Ashley added 5 in the month she gives birth to a child. I'd like to know, Ashley, who it was you talked to. Like, are you preaching Juice Plus on the delivery table, or how did that happen exactly?
Always. I did talk to the nurses about it and my midwife, but it's just seeds that you plant. Yeah. And then they come in the next few months. There was one lady that I talked to back in October, and she decided January was the time. And so, and the nice thing too is once you hit, if you hit sales coordinator fast track, you get on a program where he wants to share too, where you get leads from the company. So if someone randomly signs up in your area and they don't have a distributor, you will get, so I think one was a lead. So you just connect with them, and it's a free, so the hard work that you put in pays off because the company rewards you with, per se, like free customers.
Exactly. Well, that's awesome. And Barbara had 4 new customers last month. So Barbara, were those seeds that you had planted in months before, or how did that happen?
Yeah, they were definitely seeds that I planted. I would say maybe even a year ago for one of the customers. So just watching, and then also the leads. I had one of them came from the leads program, so that was good. But yeah, just planting those seeds and people seeing. I know I preach it and say it a lot on our Voxer lately, but that consistency, I really, really think people want to see the consistency. Like, are you still doing this thing? Yeah. So, yeah.
That's super awesome. And, speaking of the Voxer, I just want to brag on all you guys, just how good you are about encouraging each other, continuing to give that support, because we need it. I mean, do any of you guys at home get asked at the end of the day, what did you do in your Juice Plus business today? It's like, I've been doing this for 23 years, 23? No, 22 years. And I've never been asked that question. So it matters that somebody is paying attention and cares. And I think when we're entrepreneurs that we need that camaraderie. So I commend you for doing that. So great month, 5 new team members, 35 new customers. I love to think of the ripple effect of how many lives are going to be touched by just those seeds that were planted, that were harvested maybe at the first step this month, but who might be joining the team as a result of the good results they get on Juice Plus, all those things. So we wanted to use the call today to just find out who has goals that they're trying to get accomplished before we go to conference, or that have goals for this month, and whether you're thinking about your business in that way. So I'm just going to stop and find out who's got a goal.
I have goals.
So Barbara, what's your goal for this month?
I really want to get on a new team member.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's my goal.
So, and have you kind of strategized a game plan for how many business conversations? Because we can't control whether somebody signs up or not, right? We can only control the inputs. So, what have you kind of outlined for that?
Well, I feel like in the last month or so, I really have gotten a lot better at refining my business conversation, where it's always been about product. I can sell the product wonderfully, but it's the business side of it. So I've really been focusing more on talking about what I do business wise with people, and just trying to ask those questions, listen. I have a couple of ladies that I've been talking to here the last week that, they've been talking a lot about not making ends meet, or want to send their kids to one gal put her kids in for private swim lessons. And so, just different things like that. So just asking the questions, and then being more bold in I don't even want to say bold. I just feel like maybe even just be more comfortable in talking about the business as much as I do about the product.
So when you talk about the business, because I think this is really good, I'd love to just hear more, because getting that comfort level is when you really stop focusing on whether they join or not, but you see it as an opportunity to meet a need that they're describing, right? So going from that, when somebody says they'd like to put their kids in private swim lessons, and you've asked, well, what have you thought about? What do you love doing? Have you looked at any home-based business or anything like that? And you transition to Juice Plus. What do you say? What is it that you're saying at that point?
Put me on the spot.
Oh yeah, no, sorry. What is it? Anybody can chime in on this.
Just kidding. Well, I think just you kind of have said it over and over again. Just keep asking the questions. Like if they say something, then just dig a little bit deeper and keep asking more questions, so they can kind of hear themselves, hearing what their needs are. So one of the ladies that I talked to, who with the swimming lessons, she just said she wanted to just make a few $100s extra a month, and so I just kind of told her what I did and how it would fill the need. And so I don't know if I did it right or not, but she is definitely thinking about it. So yeah. Okay,
awesome. And so the important thing, I think, in our verbiage is going from why you're excited about it, because nobody's interested in your next position or your income goal or anything like that. Why is it that you're excited to be part of this? What is, and because sharing your dreams with people, it might be something that they might not even relate to, but what is it about this mission that compels you? Because I promise you that your enthusiasm about that and inviting people to come on along and make a difference in the lives of the people they love and care about is a much easier conversation, and then as soon as they say yes, then the next thing is trying to do a three-way call, whether it's with me, with Ashley. But the main questions on the three-way call is, what piqued your interest? What piqued your interest in looking at this at all? What would an extra $500 a month mean in your family? And then I'm going to ask them, oh shoot, I forgot my third question. The last one is, what would you need to know to give us an excited yes to be part of our team, right? And I want to hear those things before we go into any discussion about the story. And I'm going to look up because I completely drawn a blank on the question, but I'll come back to that when one of you is talking. But getting comfortable in that realm where that you're going to have, like, how many of you that have been doing this a while, like Brendel and Barbara and Ashley and I, just about everybody that we know knows what we do, right? Yeah. So it's not like they don't know about Juice Plus. They may have made a decision for then, and we're going to keep being consistent like Barbara described, but it's the it's then thinking about, okay, how can I continue to make a difference like this? And that is engaging other people so that they have impact with the people that they know in their life, right? That's how we make it available to everybody. So anyway, that's an awesome goal. And any way that I can support you in that, Barbara, please don't hesitate. And bye, hon. Anyway, yeah, so great goal. Anybody else have a goal to add a new team member this month?
I'd love to.
Sure.
Tracy.
So, Tracy, yeah. So get out those questions, Tracy. They're posted on our team page. The high yield questions is what I'm talking about. And just get comfortable when you're going to talk about the business, or for me with the product is the same thing. I'm going to ask a ton of questions because you're interviewing again, whether this person is serious about making a change or not. If this is really on their radar or not. And same thing with the business is just asking them what they're doing in their life and what they're excited about and what gets them up in the morning. And you just keep learning about people because it's not a good fit for everybody. And the friend of yours that we talked to, she's not there yet. That doesn't mean she won't get there, but she's not there yet for sure. So, but it was good for you to observe that with me doing it because you realize there's nothing you really could have said, right? Because we pretty much said everything and she just wasn't ready.
Yeah.
So, okay. So those of you that have a goal, get those questions out. Get your list of people, your dream team people, but also get intentional just to be in more conversations and exploring with people, what they're up to in their lives. People that aren't necessarily on your list yet, but do something about the ones that are on your list. Right? What's the next exposure you can provide? And why you're excited about what you're doing. Just keep that in front of people. Who else has a goal?
I am excited to help Sarah reach her first promotion. She's one, and I'm excited. And Kirsten and I are planning a St. Patrick's Day smoothie party. So helping her just continued customers and team member to go after her 2,000 plus. So my focus is really kind of on helping and Therese and my new team members. But personally, just continuing to march towards what is my next big goal. Just working on asking those high payoff questions and really getting to know where people are at. And maybe they weren't ready before, like I've been doing this 4.5 years almost, which is crazy. So maybe they weren't ready when I first had the conversation, but revisiting some of those conversations.
Exactly. Good. Anybody else have a goal you wanted just to put yourself out there and tell us what you're shooting for?
Mine is to help Tracy get to VBF.
Woohoo! Yeah, I've got a goal like that this month too with Carrie, getting her to VF, and we have to do online events because she's in Texas and I'm in Vegas. But yeah, looking forward to doing that too. And Tracy, whether you know this yet or not, it's more fun helping someone else achieve a goal than achieving one for yourself. It really is. So that's the way to think about your team member, and then helping them get their first bonus and helping them get to 2,000 plus, that you're there to help them do the same thing. So just showing somebody else how to do what you just did, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's awesome. Okay, Ashley? Oh, yeah, she's indisposed at the moment. Is there anything else you want to cover today?
No, I just was, wanting to hear goals, from all of us. And if there's anything, maybe a quote that we've heard or something just to encourage the team. I love this as a time to just come together. Sorry. I would love to hear Kirsten, kind of putting you on the spot, but some goals that you have, maybe Sarah, put us up on mute.
Okay, you guys, don't speak both at the same time. Just teasing.
I
I think, am I talking, can people hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. The main things, I guess Ashley kind of already said for me, like with the smoothie party, and then we have the Dr. Phillips event on March 21st. And so inviting people to those. I have 2 people who have told me that they're ready to sign up to get to customers, and I keep following up, and so just want to focus on the follow-ups and just messaging more people. I think it's hard for me to find the times to, the stolen moments, but with 2 kiddos that are really small, but focusing on working on the business every day.
Just touch it, that 30 minutes, if you can eke out 30 minutes, but that's really all it takes when you're getting started. Sarah, what about you? I think Ashley's got herself on mute.
Yeah, no, probably just focusing on following up with those that I've reached out with already. And then I should have first promotion this week, so that would be great. And then just working towards future goals with Ashley. So
sounds good. Hey, I want to share my screen for just 1 second and show you guys something. That 4th question, here's the list of questions, and these are in the high yield questions. I added them there so that you'd have them. But what is piquing your interest about this business? If this could be anything for you, what would it be? That's an important question, because if they're just trying to pay for swim lessons and that's all they have the vision for, that's fine. And if somebody all of a sudden says, wow, we really want to move, we need to move, we need to be in a better school district, now you have a bigger conversation to have with them. Okay, and then the other thing that I would encourage you in just preparing to talk about the business is, down here I have a list, depending on what that person has said to me, of what if I could questions that I began asking myself. That at first I just wanted to pay for my own family's product, but then I started allowing myself the bigger question, what if I could? I would go through and try and create 5 what if I could questions for yourself. So giving you an example of a couple of mine, what if I could actually work from home and take on the care of my mother and sister? And was I really willing to deal with the alternative? And that was having them in nursing care, okay? And what if skipping down, what if I could actually help those other mothers I'd hung out with in ER when my youngest son couldn't breathe? Think about a few what if I could questions, because those are super powerful in your, as you're creating your story. I'm gonna unshare this. Sorry, I need to end share. There we go. Those are super powerful when you're going to share the business with somebody. When you're trying to ask them questions and now it's your turn to talk. That, when I first looked at this, I was excited about the mission of this company. I always say that I was so fortunate to partner with a company that was committed to helping people get more fruits and vegetables in their diet, because I know how important that is. And but I'd never sold anything, so I was really concerned about whether I could be any good at that. But I thought, I've been reasonably successful at other things. Why not this? And I allowed myself to start asking those what if questions, and then come up with what your what if questions are. And that's an easy flow, and because they've got what if questions of their own. No matter where someone is, no matter what they've done in the past, anytime you're going to consider engaging in something like this and using your time, you're asking yourself those questions. Okay. And of course, the big question for a lot of people is, what if I fail? And acknowledging that and saying, I had that same question, but you know what? People understand the importance of fruits and vegetables. Not everybody responds, but enough did. And I was able to whatever, right? So is that helpful? Coming up, if you come up with some of those for yourself, I think that will really help you be more relaxed in the business conversation. So hi, Charisse.
Yay, Charisse. can you put those on our team page or our Voxer, and maybe it's a good exercise for next month, all of us to come with at least one question?
Yes, the what if I could question. Okay, yeah, I'll make a post on Facebook. And so Charisse, we were just going over anybody that had goals between now and conference. And do you have a goal set for this month that you want to share?
The audio might not be on yet.
Okay, can you hear us, Charisse?
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
Did you hear my question?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. We just were sharing goals, and wondered if you had a goal for this month, our final month before we go to conference, and find out what that is.
I would love to have 4 shred customers.
Okay. Whoop. And of course, we're working on that. You're working on that. She did a salad in a jar party, and you're following up. And so that you've got that going. You had a couple of people at the salad in a jar party that you were talking to about the business as well. So do you have any goals around that?
Yeah, I mean, that would be good to have a team member. So that would be a good goal.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what we were saying before you jumped on too. A lot of our goals is new team.
Yeah. Yeah, and we added 5 new team members last month, and I was going to put my other new team member. You know, sometimes how things happen. I just like you to hear this because I know sometimes you think it only happens to you. But last month, you probably already heard this on Voxer, because last month my new team members, one dealt with ice storms when she was going to try and get started in the time frame that she had. So they had ice storms in Texas, and then the other one, her uncle is in hospice, and so we haven't been able to get started because that is certainly her priority. And this happened. You know, life is all about rearranging what goes, but be faithful in the conversations, you guys asking the questions. I'll put the challenge out there for the what if questions on Facebook. And how many, I pretty much know who's going to conference. Kirsten, you're still working on it, or have you found out whether you get those days off?
Yeah, I think I have most of the days off, maybe one, I can't remember, 1 or 2. But is there information on the Voxer about when people are leaving, like, or should I maybe talk to Barbara on my own or something?
We can add you to the chat for people who are going to conference. And
I added her, but I don't think we've talked about. Do you guys have airfare yet? Brindle does.
Brindle, are you going Wednesday or Thursday?
Wednesday.
Okay.
I can't see anything that was posted before I joined, so the Voxer.
Okay.
Will you post your flight
itinerary?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I'm going in early in the evening, but I will be there Thursday, and I'll be there Thursday night. I think, except for Sarah, she's in Chicago. I think all of us on this call are going to conference, which is really exciting.
It is cool. Very cool.
Sarah,
And Carrie's going, right? Brindle is
Carrie
coming. Okay.
and my mom.
Good.
Very cool. Very cool. And I believe Judy's going, and I'm hoping her daughter will be able to come with her. Childcare is a little bit of a concern, but we're trying to work that out. And yeah, I have a couple of other people from my open that I'm working on getting there. So, all right, you guys. Well, wonderful February. Let's make March fabulous before conference and really go in there excited and pumped up, and then coming out of there with such enthusiasm and all the great ideas that we always get at conference, and being able to put the pedal to the metal. So
great job, everyone, on posting. Every month we can just post on our Juice Plus customer page. Good job, Sarah, on posting. And you don't have to, like anybody, any team member could post on there to Because what Lenora was saying was your people can really only see your posts. So the more that we're all posting, the more people will be able to see as we're adding on there.
Because when they come in, they come in to see one of your posts, then they can see the page. And yeah.
Thanks, Lenora. Thanks, everybody, for your time.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Bye.